What's going on, movie fans? My name is Michael Weir. I love talking about movies, and today we're going to talk about the newest Hulu-released movie, No One Will Save You. And now Hulu has had a good track record in my mind. They released Hellraiser 2022 last year, which I absolutely loved, and they released Prey, the Predator prequel movie that was so phenomenal, and I ordered it on Steelbook recently, and it's going to be here soon, and I will have it in my hands, and then I'll put it on my shelf back there. I'm very excited about that. But with that said, they released No One Will Save You, and this is a movie streaming on Hulu right now, so if you haven't seen it, you can go check it out there. And I've seen a lot of critics online talking about how this movie is absolutely phenomenal. They've praised it to the moon. They've even talked about how this movie should have gone to theaters, and they don't know why it didn't go to theaters. Now, financially, I do understand that, because Hulu, what are you doing? You got a movie that's getting all this critical praise. You could get millions of dollars out of theaters for this movie and then put it on your streaming service. Instead, they just throw it right on streaming, and it's something I'm already paying for, so they didn't really make any money off of this movie, you know, unless it's somebody's like, oh, I don't have Hulu yet. I'll download it for $15. Well, you got $15. But you could have gotten so much more money. So I don't understand on the financial side why these streaming services do that. But on the other side of things, I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, just telling you right now. So I wasn't mad that I didn't have to leave my couch to watch this movie. With that said, let's get into my review for No One Will Save You. And so, guys, the movie No One Will Save You is written and directed by Brian Duffield. It stars Kaitlyn Dever as Bryn, who is a girl that has been completely cut off by society to the point where people are just plain old rude to her. The mailman comes up to her house to deliver a package, and he does a three-pointer off the mailbox and lets it crash to the ground. And you're like, oh, that guy's a dick. I wonder why he's like that. And the movie takes its time explaining to you why she's been cut off from the rest of society, or at least the town that she lives in. Now, while all of this is going on in Bryn's life, and she is the core center of this story, the movie is also about a home invasion, or should I say an alien invasion, where aliens are making their way into people's homes and then taking over their bodies. And when they break into Bryn's home, she's actually able to defeat the alien that's in her house trying to take over her body. But because it's an alien invasion that seems like it's full scale all over the earth, they just keep sending more and more aliens, and the aliens get scarier and scarier as they come to her house to take her body over. And I really liked that aspect of this movie, so I'll get right into my likes. The aliens in this movie are so good. They are so cool. I love that first alien that comes into her house is a typical looking alien. It looks like what you've seen in pictures since you were a kid. That's what it looks like. But when she beats that alien, the next alien that comes by, a little more scary. The next alien, terrifying. Like, it is, I don't want to spoil things, it's terrifying. And then the final alien that she has to go against sort of has mind control powers and can do more, so they keep sending more and more scary looking aliens. Eventually they're like, all right, scary isn't doing it, send in the aliens with powers, and so she has to go toe to toe with those. And I loved that aspect of this movie. So while I have some negative things to say about this movie, I just want to get it out in front that I think the alien, the look of the aliens, and what they do with them in this movie, pretty damn impressive. Now, I have two dislikes for this movie, so I will just go ahead and say that my first dislike is going to be the way they told the story. It's not a traditional alien invasion, because I feel like usually if you wanted to have a character piece on someone with an alien backdrop, what it would be is, are there really aliens that are invading? Is this woman kind of crazy? What's going on there? No, they let you know straight up, right off the bat, that this is an alien invasion and that she has to protect herself from them. But they hold back the story of her, which ultimately is a story that we've seen so many times before in other movies, that it's not like, oh my God, this is what happened with her? I can't believe this is what happened. I think that's what holds this movie back for me, because the reveal of her life and her center story, why the town cut her off, all of that, why they're so rude to her, it's just not the biggest reveal I've ever seen. On top of that, it's not anything special to movies or stories in general. Something tragic happened in her life that made the town turn against her. She never moved out. For whatever reason, they don't really explain why she didn't just get up and move. And so she stayed there in this house and took the abuse from the town, and now there's aliens invading. And I think personally that if you wanted that to be your core reason for why she was cut off, the reason that they give that I won't spoil here, but the reason they give for why she's cut off, you would maybe make the alien storyline more prevalent and make the alien portion of this movie more of the main storyline while she's dealing with her own demons. Like, let me know this part up front and then maybe hold back on some of the alien stuff. But instead, they give you full alien stuff and then they hold back on her story. So it leaves you questioning the entire movie, which is fine. But when you get to that final reveal as to why the town treats her this way, you're just kind of like, oh, all right, well, I've seen this 100 times. Well, nothing new there. My other dislike for this movie is going to be how little dialogue that there is. There is maybe a couple lines of dialogue in this entire movie. Everything else is told through emotion, and it's not that a movie can't get that done well, but when you're dealing with an alien invasion and you don't have your main character speak, or any of the characters in the movie speak for the most part, what ends up happening, I end up looking at this movie like kind of a Quiet Place ripoff. They're like, hey, being quiet in a movie really worked for Quiet Place, so let's put that in this movie. And that's what it seems like. Even if that's not what the writer-director was going for, that's what it seems like for the viewer. On top of that, the movie could have used some dialogue. Like, they could have used more than just emotions to display what was going on there. For me personally, I'm just more of a tell me what's going on, show me what's going on, but you don't just use emotions. It's really hard when you have one character. It worked in the Quiet Place movie because you had multiple characters being quiet and you could see the love that the dad had for his family in A Quiet Place, or the love the mother had for her children in A Quiet Place, or the children going through life having to be quiet. Like, you could feel those emotions and there were multiple characters that bounced off each other. But when you have one character that is centered to the entire story and very few other characters, and then you've got these aliens, it feels like a Quiet Place ripoff, but with one character, with no one else to bounce its emotion off other than the audience. It just didn't work for me personally. Overall, I'll say that I think No One Will Save You is an interesting look at an alien invasion with a story being told through emotion rather than dialogue. And if that's something you're interested in, then you might enjoy No One Will Save You. For me, it just didn't work out. It felt like too much of a Quiet Place ripoff, even if that's not what the writer-director was going for, even if they were trying to give their own solid story. To me, one character trying to portray all of that emotion to the audience didn't work for me. But that's my review, and those are my opinions for No One Will Save You. Guys, if you have seen No One Will Save You and you've got thoughts and you've got comments, throw that in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Maybe some of the things I said resonated with you, or maybe some of the things that you think about the movie will resonate with me. So let me know in the comment section down below what you are thinking. And finally, like always, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button because it helps the video, it helps the channel, and it helps me right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Alright guys, we got to the end of the review for No One Will Save You. This is a movie that I might have to watch again in the future. I just don't have anything drawing me back to it, so we'll see. But with that said though, guys, if you like this video and you want to check out other videos on my channel, you can click right there to check out any of my 2022 reviews, or if you want to check out any of my 2023 reviews, you can click right there.